Hey everyone, in this video, I am excited to share with you the definition of compositing, which is the topic of our upcoming modules. So what is compositing? Essentially, is the combination of two or more visual elements into a cohesive image or footage. As an example, compositing in the simplest form is placing one image on top of another, like adding a layer of text into a picture or adding an imaginary background behind myself. Here, we're take a look at an overview of some of the key concepts and terminology associated with compositing and how they fit within the realm of our class. So compositing is a huge topic. There are four key elements that we want to discuss here. And the four key elements we want to explore more is number one, matte, keying, tracking, and blending modes. So let's start with mattes. Mattes are used to isolate one portion of an image. It essentially cuts out the portion of a picture that you want to use or throw away. In After Effects, mattes can be generated a number of ways, including creating a mask directly on a layer, or by having one layer reference the transparency of another as the mask. That's a method called track matting, which we actually covered in our previous assignments and modules. So no matter how the matte is derived, the use of mattes make it possible to isolate parts of an image to layer on top of other pieces. And next, we have keying. This is another method to generate a matte by creating transparency over the range of a certain color. So usually we see green screen or blue screen keying, which allows us to take an area in our footage that is that color and eliminate it, which results in everything else being isolated. We will be going through that more in the upcoming modules. All right, next we have tracking. Tracking is the process by which we could have After Effects follow the position, the scale, and the rotation of a given point in the footage. From there, we can use the tracked information to link up any other element, like moving text. There are essentially two methods of tracking, points and planar tracking. Point tracking follows a particular pixel around the frame, while planar tracking uses the planes in the footage to derive motion. And we will be going through that in more detail in our later modules. And finally, we have blending modes. After Effects allows one layer pixels to interact with the layers below it using the color and brightness of the pixels and combining it mathematically. So it's very much like if we have used blending modes in Photoshop to darken or make things brighter. This is the same idea. And these blending modes can often help us create more stylized overall image. So we've just went through a few core ideas involved with compositing, and I'm excited to explore them further with you in our next modules.